What is our focus? What are we going to do in the next couple of videos, in fact? We are going to use the shape tools, that is rectangle, ellipse, rounded, polygons, and also the segment, the arc, all these to build the butterfly. Then the next step will be to learn how to use the shape builder tool and create some more decorations on the butterfly. We're gonna cut, merge, remove things and stories like this. It's gonna be awesome. So let's start. First of all, we're not gonna create the butterfly from our imagination. We are going to trace it. So to make it easy for you to start up. For this, let's create a new file. Simple. I'm gonna take the letter. Make sure the orientation is a landscape over here. In fact, you can do it from inside even. And we create. Now we want to place the butterfly image on the background and trace over it. To do that, we go to File and we go to Place. That's like import. And in place here, I would like you to select butterfly-1.png. Then you want to make it a template. I'll show you what template does. And click Place. Notice that the butterfly PNG came in the background and actually it is locked. I cannot select it. And its opacity is not 100%. So I can have a clear view of what I'm drawing or what you're drawing. To draw your attention here, you can go to Layers and you will notice what the Place as template has done. It has created a layer that is locked. You notice here, this is the lock square. And it's visible. Now it's not. Now it is. And it's a layer that doesn't have 100% opacity. It has been reduced. And on top of it, there is the layer 1, which is the layer on which we are going to draw. If you select the layer template and come and try to draw something, it tells you, nope, I don't want to draw here. I can't draw here. This layer is locked. So you select the top layer, layer 1, that is unlocked, and you can start drawing. Let's go back to Properties. And from here, we are going to use the rectangle tool. I will explain to you on this side. Notice how I'm pressing spacebar and moving. To draw a rectangle, just click and drag, and you have a rectangle. That's pretty cool. Please, guys, by the way, I will undo this. Make sure that you have your smart guides on, just to learn about smart guides and to use them. So you click and drag to draw a rectangle. But if you press Shift, now you have a square. You notice the diagonal line, it means this is a square. If I press Option, notice that I will start drawing from the center. This is the first click. Okay? Press Shift and Option, you start drawing a perfect rectangle just from the center here. So actually it goes Shift, Option, click and drag. Here you are. With the selection tool, let me delete this one. You can resize the rectangle. So you can click and drag from the corner. So the opposite corner will be fixed like an anchor, and you can resize it the way you would like. If you press Shift, you resize proportionally. If you press Option, notice that you will be resizing from the center. Very useful tips here, and they work almost for all the shapes. Shift and Option or Alt on the PC, you will resize from the center. Same, you can do on the side. You can make it bigger, smaller, press Shift, proportional, and Option from the center. You notice there is these circles here. These are very important circles. They are called the corner widget. If you can't see them, you come to View, and you will notice that Hide Corner Widget, you have it Show Corner Widget. So if I click on this one, now they are hidden. Come back to View, you will notice it is Show Corner Widget. Click on it, and here you are, you can see them. Now, with the selection tool, you can click just negligently and start dragging in each way around the corners. But there is something more amazing. If you click on one of them, just one, you try to select it and drag it in, okay, you notice you are only playing with this corner. But usually you will not use your selection tool. You will use the direct selection tool or the white arrow. Now you can select a corner. Make sure you're selecting one corner. Notice how I'm selecting a corner. I can select two corners if I like. So you select a corner and you start playing with the widget. Select another corner and you start playing more. And here you are. You can try also to select this guy and play with it. So I'm gonna undo all, and this is quite important. It works for almost all the shapes. I'm gonna select two corners, for example, and even pressing shift, select the third corner, click on it and drag it in. So notice now there is a red circle around. It says this is the maximum that you can go. So you can make it small or maximum. Here you are. Another thing I would like to point to you is like kind of select a corner here and start moving it around. You know, create some funny shapes if you like to. So actually, that's all for now for a rectangle. Let's apply this just over here. Select the rectangle tool. Come to the fill. Okay, you click on the fill and you decide here, I don't want any color. So these are the swatch colors. You can say no color. Okay. And the stroke, you can decide on the black for now. And then the stroke, make it 1 point or less if you like. Nevertheless, we're going to remove the strokes. So let's start drawing here. I will click, try to be as precise as possible, and drag, and here you are. This is tracing. Now I have the corner widget. I need to play with them. I will select the direct selection tool. The shortcut is A. Let's remember that. I will select this corner only. Notice the others are not selected. Click and drag and try to make it as much as possible and to the maximum. And the other one also. Actually, you're done. Very easy, very simple, very beautiful. So let's do the bottom one. If you notice, this is a square. So I'm going to click and drag, press shift to make it a square. Try to make it as much as possible like our butterfly in the background. Then I'm going to select the selection tool or the direct selection tool. And then select this corner, press shift this corner, press shift this corner. So I have the three corners selected. And click and drag, and here I am, okay, to the maximum. Very cool. Now, obviously, you notice I need two more here. So I'm going to select this guy. I can copy paste, but actually, I'm going to show you something better. It's copy, but not paste. If you come to the edit here, you notice there is copy and several pastes. First of all, let's copy. Then let's come over and say paste. But which paste? If you use the normal paste, it's going to paste somewhere in the middle. Not exactly what you want, because you have to reposition it. I will undo. I will select edit and I go paste in front. I like this one very much, and there is paste in place. Well, actually, they are the same, okay? But this one will come in front and I can use it, and actually it will be in front of the previous rectangle. So paste in front. Now, you don't see anything like happened, but here you are, you have two of them, and one of them is in front. Now, let's make it smaller. I will click over here, shift and option, and try to take it down. You notice nothing is happening. Guys, do you remember that when we used this, it went to the maximum? Remember, it is right here. So the corners now cannot be scaled down because the roundness is maximum. To make them scaled down, let's go for the selection tool and click outside totally, and you can select scale corners for the whole document. I like that. Okay. Nevertheless, you can also select them and come to the three dots here and say scale corners. Since we put it in the document, it's already checked here. Now, if you scale down, here you are, you can scale down very nicely. Now, Control C, and remember, it's Control F or Command C, Command F on the Mac. And now I have another one on top. I press Shift and Option to go towards the center. And here I am. But now I don't have a circle. But I can turn it into a circle, go for the direct selection tool, click on the corner, and just take it in. Okay, as simple as this. Let's draw these circles. It just makes sense to select the ellipse tool. I'll show you how the ellipse tool. You click and drag to create an ellipse. Simple. You can click and drag, press shift, and you create a circle. With the option, you create the circle from the first click or the center. In the circle, you don't have the corner widget. You have other things. We'll see later on. For now, let's come back here and let's create a circle. What you can do, you can come in the center. Okay, it's already showing you the center. And you can click Shift and Option and drag out. Okay, that's one way to do it. The other way is to come over here and click and drag and do that. You need the Shift and the Option. It doesn't work nicely. I prefer to work from the center. Click, Shift, Option or Alt on the PC and you take it out. Now I need another circle. Best way to do it is Ctrl C, Ctrl F, and I'm gonna make it small. Shift and Option or Alt on the PC, and here you are. Now another one, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, click and make it smaller. Now you might say, why am I working like this? Well, you think about it, the outer circle is in the back, and these guys like somehow are in the front. Now they're not very well aligned. I'm gonna align them. So I'm gonna select everything here. But I selected also the big rectangle. So press Shift and click on the path. If you click inside, nothing happens. It doesn't have a fill. You click on the path itself. You only selected the circles. So now you can align them. In the align here, in the properties, very handy. Align horizontal and align vertical. They're quite aligned, but they are not aligned with the background. Then I'm going to move them a bit just like this. Okay. Our small circle is not perfect. Nevertheless. So now it's time to add colors, which is very easy. You select the circle. And then you go to the fill here and you say, give me that color. Okay, nice color. Then you select the inner one and give me another color here, which is the blue or any color you want, guys. Make it to your choice. Select the last one inside, fill, and let's make it yellow. So this is done. Let's do this guy. We go here and give me this color. Inside here, we want this kind of red, dark red. And this guy here inside is yellow. So now you tell me, okay, you left out these guys. I can replicate these three circles. So I'm going to select and deselect the bigger one here. And the tip here, how do I select? It's not Ctrl C, Ctrl F. You really don't need it. All you need is to be in your selection tool, the black arrow, point to the center, press Option. Notice how the mouse pointer changes. So now it is duplicating. So I click and drag and try to put it on the center here. Cool, I think so. Now I need to make it smaller. So Shift and Option to go towards the center. And here you are, smaller, bigger. Well, didn't work very fine, but we're almost there. Cool. Now select all of them, remove the wing, and then again press Option, or Alt on the PC, click and drag, and let's drop it on these guys. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let's adjust it like this. This is fine. Now we need to give a color to this guy because the fill is still empty, and we're gonna give it this color. No, this color. Now let's select all of them. And we don't want any stroke. Click on the stroke color and say no stroke, bye-bye stroke. Now you'll ask me, okay, you have drawn half of the butterfly. Yes, well, I'm lazy, so I need to replicate this one. First of all, let's go for the antenna and the body here. For the antenna, we are going to use the arc tool. Very easy. Notice how the arc tool works. You click and drag. Okay, you have an arc. You can press Shift. You have a 45 degrees, 90 degrees arc. If you don't want it in that direction, you can press X. It goes to the other direction. X, it goes to the other direction. Okay, so that's how you draw an arc. There's nothing to it. You can use your direct selection tool later on. Click on one corner and move it around if you want it not to be an arc anymore. Let's apply this here. Take my arc, click here, go to this point, and it's working fine. Cool. And let's make the stroke a bit bigger. 3 points, 4 points. 3 points will do, 4 points will do better. I'm gonna use now for the body the rounded rectangle maybe. So how to use the rounded rectangle? You click and drag and use the up arrow to have more roundness, down arrow to have less roundness. And then if you want the left arrow, no roundness at all, and the right arrow, complete roundness. Of course, it becomes a circle somehow, or it can do this shape. Cool. That's all there is to it. And I will do it again. Decrease the roundness. Here you are. Okay, it's taking forever. So you move it a bit, it moves faster. Okay, I like this one. Go like this and then move a bit while pressing, goes faster. Okay, and move. Okay, let's stop here. Stop playing. So now we have also the widget, the corner widget. You can click on one of them. and make it more, something like this. You can come and play with it. It's very easy. Let's go now to the body over here, rounded rectangle, and let's come from this side just over here, for example, and do our rounded rectangle. By the way, guys, you can press the space bar before releasing the mouse button. Okay, so my mouse button is not released yet, and you can move the shape the way you would like. So that shape has 4 points, so we are going to make it a bit bigger, something like this. In fact, I didn't even press shift or option, so just like this is okay. Let's do the other one. Okay, let's come from over here. Notice how the smart guides are guiding me the wrong way, but they're guiding me. Okay, here you are. Let's make it bigger, something like this. Cool. So let's select both of them and then go to fill and fill them with black. Okay, and stroke, we don't want any stroke, so I'm gonna go down to no stroke at all. So now we have this guy we need to replicate, and we have the wings and so on. The way we're gonna do it, notice guys, if you do Control C, Control F, for example, and then you start moving it to this side, really you need to rotate it, and it doesn't work because this is not really a replicate. This is a flip or a reflect, if you like. The way to do it is to select all of them because we want to do all of them at the same time. Make sense? And then come over here, just here, as simple as this. There is a big tool about it that we will study later. It is over here. With the rotate tool, you have the reflect tool. And on this side, it's called the flip tool. Let's flip them. Okay? Well, wrong. We need to make a copy. Control C, Control F, and flip them. Here you are. So now, if you click and drag, you have a reflection or a flip. I'm adjusting it to the best of my knowledge. Here, and let's make this guy bigger. Okay, maybe I press shift. Here you are, and this guy bigger. Press shift a bit. Done. It's fantastic. So you see, guys, sometimes it's very easy to start working and designing in Illustrator using only shapes. And yet, we didn't cover all the shapes. We'll cover them, don't worry. We didn't cover polygon, star, but we will do that. And later on, we'll work with the segment. Your mission now is to replicate this work the same way I've done it. Try to do even a better job. And really, you can add whatever you like, more circles, stories. You can add some nice shapes here, for example. The usual, I call them. Okay, come and select a, I don't know, a fading color, something like this. Add few of them, whatever you like, do it. Because in the next lecture, I'm going to show you how to work with the magical shape builder tool. And we're going to cut and join these shapes here using other shapes also. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next video.